What's happening, prospectors? Today is the day. I'm out here in the shed. We're not going to be running any dirt today, but what we will be doing is ripping out the old sluice box and building up a rig for the new sluice box and the new run. And yeah, so I figured I'd invite you guys to hang out with me while I do that. We'll be cutting around as, you know, shit takes a while, and I'll be fast forwarding through some sections just so it doesn't get boring. My plans are all laid out right here up in my head, so hopefully I'll be able to keep those in order long enough to actually get something built here. But yeah, so stick around and see what we wind up with. Alright, so first order of business is we gotta rip out old trusty micro sluice. Now, I'm not going to toss this thing. You know, if this other sluice doesn't work, or I wind up not liking the way it's set up in here, I'll just go back to this one, you know. So I'm not going to tear this thing apart or scrap it for parts. It's still a very good, very viable setup. So we'll just set this off to the side for now, I guess. That bad boy right there. And now here's what we're working with. Get these clamps out of the way. Not needed yet, anyways. Okay. So I think I want to dump some of this water before I get going here, just so I'm not setting everything up in water and getting water everywhere while I'm doing this. So hang tight. I'm going to pause right here for the cause. Well, not for the cause, but to clear this out, and we'll be right back. So, see the space we have to work with here. Now technically the new sluice is a bit wider, but it's not a whole lot longer. So it's not like, even though we're getting a lot more space to run material over, we're not going to be swamping ourselves here, needing a bunch of flow to go down an excessively large run. But one thing I do want to do is make sure this mat is held down correctly. Put this back in, keep it held down. God damn it. Try to keep the sand off the threads of the wing nut here. Pick up the threads. There we go. Alright, so pull these off. I don't need price tags on my sluice anymore, but I'll leave the cleanup sluice. I like that. Nice little touch. Now the way they have it built, they have this little standoff down here, and I want to use that to my advantage, and use that as a mounting point. So my parts up. I was thinking I would have a T. Didn't go down nearly as far as I thought it would. I don't know why I would think it would go that far, since it's not a... You know what I should have done is got a cross. But I can probably drill this out and make it into what I need it to be. Except I don't have a drill here. The other option is to trim this down, which I didn't really want to do that, or just have it like that, which is also a doable thing, and not use that piece at all, which would still give me about 1.5 inches, because this is a 16-inch run, so I need about 1.5 inches drop to get a good angle on it. Give or take. Yeah. All right. We'll have to figure out the centerpiece later. The leg sections, though, that's easy. legs this way, a couple that way, and then I'll figure out something down here at the end. Okay. Now the other end of the shit. Oh, that works too. Now this end of it, it's this little dump tray that's built in, kind of wash everything down. And it goes up on here. Now, pump's gonna load up on this end. So we'll go like so. Now we have that. Go kind of like that. Alright, revise the plan, man. Revision of plan. So I think it's hard to measure height needed by doing this inside of the tub, because this is what I need to clear anyways. So long as I keep it tight around the edge, I think we'll be alright. So, you know what? I can actually raise this up by putting a tube in there that it will sit in. Okay, cool. Just revised the plan and it's going to be way better than the original. Groovy. So let's start off by going based off of this space. So I want it so I can just pull. So I want it so I can just pull the thing out of here. I'm going to stick with those. So I need about 3 inches on either side. So picked up some tube. And none of this needs to be watertight or anything. It's not actually going to be pushing water. This is absolutely just a stand. And PVC makes a great stand. Holds up underwater forever. Or at least is ever long enough as I need. Maybe 20 years from now it might be brittle and need a replace build, but I doubt it because there's going to be no pressure breaking the pipe down. Alright. Where did my cutter go? In my pocket. So I'll go about 4 inches. It's pretty good for measuring shit, right? Small, so we'll go from here, just about right. This is going to be in there about that much actually, so I'm cutting it way too long. You know what they say, measure 3 or 4 times, revise your plan, and then do it again. Smart man says measure twice, cut once. Smarter man says, yeah, sure, just buy twice as much material. That way when you fuck up, you can do it over. Alright, maybe that's not the smart man. Maybe that's just the jackass. Welcome back. Getting more progress going here. Now, one of the problems with planning in your head is sometimes as the project evolves, you realize things weren't what you thought they were in your head, and you have to kind of revise a little bit. There ain't nothing wrong with that necessarily. You just gotta be ready to think on your feet. The problem comes in when you realize the parts you need to do what you wanted to do as a revision, you don't happen to have. So I had to run inside and dig through all my spare PVC stuff and see what I could do here. And I was able to find a little coupler that will sit on the end of the thing here, and then a little piece of PVC. It won't be a perfect fit, but it'll keep it where it needs to be, and then this other piece will keep it stable. So that's my plan. Now it's just a matter of making that happen. Now when you're cutting PVC pipe, I prefer using, honestly I like using the clipper, the big PVC scissors, but the ones that I have like to snap the pipe at the end a little bit. And I want these to be nice and precise, nice clean roll cuts. So I'll take a little bit longer to do it with this, and then make them come out a little bit cleaner that way. Okay. Now I forgot what these were supposed to be for. I think that's what yeah, that's what these are for. These are meant to go here. These can now go here. So these scooched in quite a bit further. Than I anticipated. You never get quite so good of a PVC fit. And that means they went in way too far. That means this measurement is just too short. Alright, so back at it. I had to go to the store, needed some more parts, and I needed a water pump. Luckily, Fred Meyer's had a sale on the pump because they, I guess, found some old stock, and that worked out great for me. So I got a pump for $9. It's a 400 gallon an hour and has a little bit of a pressure adjustment on it, so hopefully that'll help to regulate the flow if it's too much. Hopefully it isn't too much. Or actually, rather, hopefully it is too much and not too little, because if it's too little, there's not a whole lot I can do about that. So, the next step here is to, I guess, fit some hose. But I got no hose out here. Apparently I came ill prepared. Which is surprising, because I thought I had some spare from the last project. Let's look around a little bit. I found some hose. Ladies. I mean, hosers. Hosies. Alright. Got an adapter for that. That's good. That'll go into there. And then up to there. Only problem is kind of kinked it the wrong way. That's what we got Torchy for. There we go. Heat up the whole tube so we can make this little bend that we're about to have. All right, so should be running. Just trying to fine tune things a little bit. Water's just a little bit much, so luckily this has a built-in adjustment, so we can tune it down just a hair. Now that looks the kind of flow that I want. This looks great. Now I just need to find my drip dry so I can, there it is. That through there. Now that's flowing nice. I can't necessarily take the top piece off to show it, but we go around over here. You can see it is flowing beautifully. Get that wonderful flow going through there. Depositing stuff exactly where we want it to be. The dirt is going to fall into the catch tub here. Once that gets weighted down after a minute, that'll be really well done, good going and shit. I think the right side might be a little bit high. Just a hair. That's okay, we can work around that, figure it out. But yeah, so this is the new sluice. This is the new rig. Built it up today. PVC is our best friend. How about that? So this is what we're going to be running it from now on. See that? The little tub goes as far back as I want it to about that point. I wouldn't really want it to go any further than that. And when I want to get that pound of dirt out of there, I just pull it out. Probably move the sluice if I need to. Nothing's too hard nailed down. So there. Well, there you have it. Backyard prospecting. We got our new sluice. We're gonna do it up. We're gonna have ourselves a good time. So I've been looking at the sluice box, and I'm already thinking about some modifications I want to do on it. And one of those is where the water comes in is really kind of harsh, and it smashes around a lot. So I'm going to take some of this thin miner's mat that I have. These were actually placemats that I got at Target once upon a time. And they're the exact same thing that miner's mat is, except super thin, so you can fit them in tighter spaces. Not that it ever worked out for me to use it in that way, but that's what my thoughts were at the time. At any rate, actually, you know what? It should be fine. I just don't want to screw up the tip of miner's claw. And more importantly, I don't want to screw up the tip of my finger. Pretty easily. Alright, let's put this fucker back together. So knock over the silver tin. Groovy. Now, just not perfect, but a little bit on the wide side, so I'm going to cut it down a little bit more. There. All right, gorgeous. We got it all done here. Let's take a look at the final project, or final product here rather. This is the new. This is it. So I modified the spray bar a little bit. Got a miner's mat rolled up in a miner's mat so that it evens out that flow a lot. Still got the full 400 gallons going through here. 400 gallons per hour is what the pump's rated at. I got it full throttle on. Before at full, it was just blasting everything out. Now I can run it at full speed. 400 gallons, it only sprays over just a little bit. I might even hit it with a little bit of super glue just to hold everything where I want it, so it doesn't splatter everywhere and make a mess everywhere else. Right here, it's got a sweet smooth flow, even at full power. Everything's rolling out the end of the sluice evenly and smoothly. There's a nice, when you're running a sluice, you have a V form that the water makes. Going down this new mat that I had, there's just a whole bunch of these little itty bitty V's just rolling down the whole way, and it all comes off the end of the mat all nice and smooth. So I'm really happy with the setup. This is beautiful, man. This is great. So that's all for today. Just wanted to show you guys the new rig, and there it is. You got a little water on your face there. And so yeah, I'm gonna maybe find some dirt to play with out here and see how it does. I think maybe I might load up some known weight gold just to make sure I'm actually catching what I'm supposed to be before I start doing pay dirt on it, because I want to be fair to any of the reviewees, anybody I'm reviewing, that my new sluice setup is catching what it's supposed to be. Because if it's not and I'm losing gold and I'm giving reviews based on that, that's not really fair of me. So I'm definitely going to test everything out here, make sure we're catching, and yeah, we're on the gold, baby. Peace. All right, prospectors. So I felt you hung with me here this long in the journey, and I owed you the payoff. So we're back out here today. I got some dirt. I got a known amount of gold. I got a gram of gold that I'm going to throw in some dirt, and we're going to run this baby through the sluice and see how we're catching. So just so you can see what we're working with here. I got a little black sand that I'm going to throw in. Not all of that. That's a lot. I don't want to deal with all that. But a good teaspoon or so of some black sands. Throw that on there just to spicing things up a little bit. See how well it catches things. Then we got just some regular pay dirt. And I got a gram of gold. So just so we know for sure that we have 1 gram going in. Let's switch these around so the camera can see. Zoom in on that so you can see how much exactly is going in. See that I'm not bullshitting. So I already weighed this out previously. One grammer. Whoop. There you go. But just so you guys know, I'm not just saying that. Huh. Last night I had this perfectly weighed out to 1 gram exact. So, what's going in is 1.013 grams of gold. That's how much it's going in. Now, like I said, last night I weighed this out to 1.00. Today it's 1.01. I don't know. But I expect to at least get 1 gram of gold to come back from all this. 1.013 if we're going to be really super picky, but about 1 gram of gold is what's going in the dirt. You saw me weigh it, saw me dump it in. Some gold in there, so you know it's in there, you know it's in the dirt. Ain't no going back now. Alright. So, we're going to skip the classification part, obviously, and we're just going to go straight to the running of it. I'm going to wet this dirt up. We're going to set up a camera here to see, so you can see what's going on. And let's check it out. So let's see how this goes. Drop it on the top. Alright, so first problem is it does not like these larger rocks. So I'm either going to have to trim a space in here for that, or classify really good to make sure there's no larger rocks in here. Stray away from the larger rocks that I know aren't going to make it through. Which isn't really a problem. I don't usually put rocks that big through the sluice anyway. Alright, there should now be, hopefully no less than 1 gram of gold on the mat. There's nothing in the pan now. And so, this up just a hair. Clean out some of these fuckers. I think maybe it might be a little bit too shallow. Couple big rocks still in there. Get those floating down. All right, so let's see how it worked out. Wow, okay. I'll bring you over here to check this out. Take it off. As you can see, line of gold here at the back. So those are just the bigger pieces that are stopped up. Now I only see gold up until this point right here, right after the bar. So this is as far as it looks like it's made it, which is good. That means it's stopping the gold within 4 inches, which is exactly what I wanted. I don't want gold down here. I want it all to be stopped up here. That way there's less chance of losing it if it's all getting caught right up at the top. So far this looks like it's working freaking awesome. And then, that's it. I don't see any gold all the way down. That's not to say there's none in those little pockets, but just considering the fact that it so abruptly stops right here, I'm pretty confident that everything's right up in here. So we're going to put this in the pan and then dry it and weigh it. Alright, so the next test is cleanup. So I want to be really careful here not to lose anything. Pick up the end of the mat. Just kind of slide it out. Holding this end up. Make sure nothing flops over and in. And now we can drop it in the pan. And that's it. Cleanup's just that easy. I'm going to put this over to the side. There's still a little bit of dirt in here, just to be safe. I'm going to run all of it down. So it definitely caught a fair amount of gold, for sure. I'm going to clean this up, snuffer it out, dry it out, then we're going to weigh it out and see what we wind up recovering. Alright, now I just went through the tailings and I am super stoked to report there is not a single speck of gold in here, so I am very confident that what I have in the snuffer bottle is 100% of the gold that I put in. So we're going to dump this, dry this, and get back with the final weight and let you know how this sluice did. Alright, now it's the moment we've all been waiting for, the results. Let's see what we wound up recovering. 1.014 or 13 was what went in. I weighed it originally at 1 gram. So for somewhere in between there, we are doing good. One gram on the dot. So I'm going to call this 100%. Now I know originally it looked like, see, that's what I mean. Originally it looked like it said 1.01 something. When I weighed this last night, I meticulously weighed it down to 1.00. Alright, so check it out. I am pretty confident in saying that we are at a pretty much 100% gold recovery. It looks like it's grabbing that within the first couple of inches of the sluice run, so that is perfect. This thing is working great. I can't say how excited I am about how perfectly it's all going off. 100% gold recovery on that. First shot, no adjustments needed. I'm stoked. So yeah, I think we can go ahead and start doing some paydirt reviews with the new rig. I think at this point it's fair to say that I'm going to be recovering 100% of whatever is being put into the dirt. So let's go back to it. Let's get through it and start reviewing and going through some more paydirt. So keep an eye open. More of those coming your way here soon, very soon, on the new sluice. And let's see if we can find us some shiny. And anyways, I just want to thank you all for joining me here on our new setting up our new wash plant. I know it's kind of a long one. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I haven't edited it up yet, so maybe it'll be a 5-minute video and me going right on at the end. Maybe it'll be a half-hour video and me going right on at the end. Either way, fucking right on. Thanks for tuning in, and I will catch y'all later. Peace.